They will misunderstand you, not because you're wrong, but because you're different. You don't move the way they do. You don't seek what they seek, and that threatens them. In a world obsessed with approval, being misunderstood is seen as failure. But to the Stoic, it's a badge of honor. The great minds, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, were all misunderstood. They chose silence over spectacle, principle over popularity. They lived in alignment with virtue, not applause, and in doing so, they became unshakable. When people don't get you, it's not your job to make them comfortable. It's your job to stay true. Because the moment you try to explain yourself to everyone, you become a servant to their opinions. You start trading your clarity for their comfort. That's a losing game. Stoicism teaches us this. Let them misjudge. Let them misunderstand. As long as your actions are rooted in reason and character, misunderstanding becomes a shield, not a weakness. You stop chasing validation and start walking your own path, quietly, powerfully. You'll find that being misunderstood creates space to grow without constant interference. When people don't understand you, they leave you alone. And in that solitude, something powerful happens. You begin to hear your own voice again. You're not echoing their noise. You're shaping your own sound. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." He didn't mean to act foolish, but to stop fearing judgment, to stop living for the perception of others. In fact, needing to be understood all the time is a trap. It keeps you explaining, defending, proving, always seeking. But Stoicism says, stop performing. You are not on stage. You are not here to be admired. You are here to master yourself, and mastery demands stillness. When you allow others to misread you without reacting, you gain control. They can't manipulate what they don't understand, and what they don't understand, they can't control. That's how being misunderstood becomes power. Quiet, stoic, absolute. People will assign labels to you: cold, distant, arrogant. But these are the words of those who can't understand silence. They mistake discipline for disconnection, stillness for weakness. But the Stoic knows what looks like distance is actually presence. What appears like silence is often self-control. When you don't react, when you don't explain, they get uncomfortable because your calm exposes their chaos. Your clarity challenges their confusion. Most people can't handle what they don't recognize. So instead of asking questions, they make assumptions. That's their armor, their ego. Let them. The more they misunderstand you, the more they reveal who they are. And the less you try to correct them, the more powerful you become. There is strength in staying unmoved when others demand a performance. In a world addicted to overexposure, choosing to be misunderstood is a quiet rebellion. And from that rebellion comes peace. This is where your strength is tested, not in confrontation, but in restraint. Every time you resist the urge to explain yourself, you sharpen your edge. Every moment you let someone else misinterpret your silence, you reclaim your energy. And that energy? It's better spent building, not proving, growing, not defending. The Stoic doesn't seek to be liked. He seeks to be unshaken. He doesn't shout in the marketplace of opinions. He observes, endures, and moves forward untouched. And if you ever wonder if it's worth it, if staying misunderstood really leads to peace, ask yourself this: has explaining yourself ever brought true freedom? Or has it only drained you further? Real power is not needing to be seen, not needing to be known, only needing to be consistent in character. So let them talk. Let them twist your actions and doubt your intentions. Their noise doesn't reach where you're going. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be sovereign. Most people spend their entire lives trying to be understood. It's why they feel exhausted, misunderstood, and invisible. Ironically, all at once. They crave approval like oxygen and suffocate in its absence. But the Stoic walks a different path. He knows that to be fully known by others is to be owned by them. So he chooses mystery over explanation, clarity within, confusion without. He doesn't wear labels. He discards them, because his value isn't found in what others call him, but in how he carries himself. And that's your challenge. Can you be still while they misunderstand? Can you stay grounded while they gossip? When they say you've changed, or worse, that you've become cold, can you smile and say nothing? That's when you'll know you've grown. When peace is louder than validation, when presence speaks louder than words, and when you realize being misunderstood is not your burden, it's your boundary, a sacred line that keeps the wrong energy out and your strength intact. So the next time they don't get you, let them. The next time they misread your silence, misjudge your path, or twist your words, breathe and do nothing, because you are not here to be decoded. You are here to live by principle, to choose peace over noise, depth over display. They will keep talking, questioning, assuming. That's their path. Yours is different. Yours is stillness and motion, fire without smoke, strength without sound. Being misunderstood is no longer a weakness. It's your filter. It keeps out the shallow and invites the worthy. It protects your mission from those who would drain it. And in a loud world begging for attention, your refusal to explain becomes your signature. So choose your silence, sharpen your calm, and walk forward with the quiet force of a Stoic. If this perspective resonated with you, you're not alone. This channel is for those who walk the same path. Subscribe, reflect, return when you need to remember who you are. The world will keep misunderstanding you. Let them. You have work to do.